The following content is intended for a mature audience only. Viewer discretion is strongly advised.
Boom, boom. We're on British Bears, coming to you from another land. The British Bears Show, another kind of fan. Bears fans all day, Bears fans all night, 365 days, 5,000 miles away. Hey, hey, hey! The British Bears, the Irish Bears, the German Bears, the Polish Bears. Wait, what? We are bears. We are bears. We are bears. Fans. The British Bears. The British Bears. Welcome to the British Bears.
Welcome to the British Bears Show. And now your hosts, C-Dub and Jason UK Bears.
Wait, I just gotta.
Oh, are we there? What are you doing? Oh, I see that. Oh, I've got a bit of red tonight. That was the weirdest start. I didn't get any that. I don't know if I clicked. Did you click it to start the same as me? Because my main screen was black and no sound. So I was like, is it going? What's happening? So hopefully everyone else saw it.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah,
That's okay.
I have it on the TV up here. It was definitely going off. What's
I
up, my
saw
friend?
you dancing away.
Yeah,
Yeah, hello to everyone. Yeah, I'm good, mate. British Bears Show. Just as Chris gets his IT sorted out, he gets struck down with a lurgy. So he messaged me earlier. He's been hit with it. There's a couple of nasty flu viruses going around here. I don't know what it's like over there, mate, but he must have got one of those. I'm sure he wouldn't have missed it. He wouldn't want to miss this at all. So get well soon, Chris.
you probably got sick from hanging out those barflies this weekend. The barfly tailgate show.
Ate a dodgy rib or something, yeah. But yeah, well, thanks for stepping in at short notice again, Shorty, my man, the myth, the legend, the channel owner, the guy that started it all for us. Yeah, so thanks again, and great to see everyone in the chat. Welcome in as always. Victory Tuesday, man. How you feeling, Shorty?
Well, first off, thanks for having me on your show again. What an honor it is.
Jack, you shut up. You're part of the channel. You're part of our show.
I have to talk like this the whole day, I guess. I just keep the British Bears, eh? Hey, mate.
That's not bad, actually. You've been practicing that, haven't you?
Yeah, I have a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. I think as we go,
I have Dave now. I have 3 examples to choose from.
yeah, Dave's very London. That's he's a bit different to me. He grew up in the place where I was born, sort of near there. Funny enough, West London. But I obviously moved away from London and I joined the military. So you develop like a generic accent because you listen to so many different people. Mm-hmm. You just, here's what it is. But anyway, Antmas says, shortly, just had a few governor. He says, he spells the word governor in full, which I guess is, it's governor, isn't it? All right, governor.
All right, governor. All right,
Squeegee.
governor.
They're all joining in. Look, Squeegee, you bloody bastard.
Thanks for joining us tonight, today, Squeegee, Governor. We've got a newbie in here today too, Mike D.
Mike D. Hello. Yeah, is that a new one? I can't tell now with these new names. Prometheus, I know you've been here before because we talked about that. Rick Gonzalez, Squeegee, Antmas, Armando's there. What did I see? Did I see?
Who the hell knows who anyone's name is anymore? It's
Patty's there. Prometheus, Squeegee, Patty's. Shorty, whoever that guy is. Plank popped in. I don't know if he's still here. I love this one. He says, let's get it. Number 1 in the North. Caleb Williams, 18. Iceman, the coach, bear down. I think Plank's happy.
Oh yeah, I think we're all happy, aren't
I
we?
think we're all damn happy, man. This is it's a nice feeling, isn't it? It's a pretty good feeling to keep winning football games, isn't it?
It sure is. It's
Ooh.
very unusual feeling, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm kind of getting used to it, to be fair, but it's not in the way we're doing it though. It's it'd be nice to just blow someone out and have it over by half time, wouldn't it? And just have like a victory second half, just rolling about, enjoying winning. This cardiac flipping finish all the time. But hey, the win's a win.
Hey, a win is a win, and nobody's going to be talking about how they won when they make the playoffs.
Exactly.
And this is for the first time. It feels real too. It's not like those one-hit wonders we had here and there. Even in the Lovey Smith era, we didn't make the playoffs nearly as much as we should have. But 2 times in a row, 2005, 2006, and then 2010. Is that it?
Yeah, so isn't it? Not enough. I think we have a history of when we are good, not really taking advantage, don't we? I mean, the 85 Bears should have won more than one Super Bowl, shouldn't they? I think.
Absolutely.
Damn it. I mean,
yeah, this feels real. It feels like we're set up for long-term success. We've got the head coach. We've got the coaching staff. I mean, Dennis Allen's not going anywhere after getting his feet wet a couple times as a head coach. We've got the quarterback, and he's turning into exactly what I thought he was going to be. And I just literally pinch myself every day. I was pinching myself during the game. I'm like, my wife's looking at me like, again, huh? I'm like, every day I got to do it. Can't believe it.
I know. Yeah, it's crazy. Booker's in, and Minister Charles Johnson has come in. I loved this show last week, man. That was awesome.
Yeah, man, that was awesome. We had a lot of fun. What's up, Minister? Good to see you. Booker, good to see you. Everyone in chat, good to see you guys. You guys are amazing.
Yeah, Booker says, salute everybody. Hey, media, critics, and all the Johnny-come-latelys to the Bears bandwagon. Kiss Chicago's ass. We don't want or need your punk asses.
And this, I got Foster and I got this is my playoff beard. It's not coming off.
I don't do that.
Until we're out of the playoffs. Either out of the playoffs, meaning we win the Super Bowl, or we don't make the playoffs. But this thing's it's getting pretty, yeah.
Well, hey, let's dream about you not getting the razor out until February, eh?
Yeah. I'd be happy to have a ZZ Top beard.
Yeah, Foster's is already looking untidy, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm gonna put conditioner in here and combing it and stuff. I got a comb right here. Yeah.
Oh man, you're gonna put oil in it and all that kind of stuff too.
I got beard ball and shit. Yep.
Oh my god! All right, you weirdo. That's enough of that. Let's talk about the Vikings game, shall we?
Let's do it.
So, yeah, interesting. I think, yeah, McCarthy. I did say, didn't I? I said last week that I think he puts the ball in danger, and I predicted 2 or more interceptions, so that came true. What the hell is he saying? Booker, is this true? Colin Cowshit is all on the Bears tip. Oh, man. He can fuck off. I don't care about it. Just screw that guy.
Now he's all over their jock, huh?
Hey, Minister Charles, it says like, Shorty, I had my final try on today for my tops. They look so good. I picked them up on the 9th after the final touches, polishing, etc. Good for you, man.
Excellent. You reminded me. I gotta get. I'm going to get a GoFundMe started for him for that bottom half, especially with seeing how much everyone in chat said that they would be willing to pitch into that.
I'd put some in, definitely, man. Why not?
Even if we can get him $300-400, that's at least halfway there.
Whatever helps, eh?
Yeah.
Squeegee says he wants Rodgers to play Sunday long enough to accumulate multiple injuries before being carted off the field.
Oh, notorious! I gotta look into those tickets for you too, man. Sorry about that. I've been so busy at work. I mean, you wouldn't believe it. 10, 12-hour days.
Yeah, it's been crazy, man.
Not being forced to. I'm enjoying it, but it's just I have a lot on my plate. So I apologize for not looking into that for you. I will do that. I promise.
But yeah, anyway, where are we? Yeah, 1917, another finish. It had sort of memories of the first week, didn't it? When it started to slip in the fourth quarter. What was it? We went in. Was it 16? What was the lead? It wasn't 16-3, was it? I think it was actually going into the fourth. So yeah, not great in terms of. But I think one thing I did think was nice was keeping their receivers, the passing game. I mean, largely that's down to McCarthy, isn't it? I mean, he missed some, and I'm disappointed with no sacks. I think that was something we wanted to get some pressure on him, didn't we? But
That was pissing me off. I was saying that in our group chat. Me and the other 3 British Bears fans, friends of mine now, good friends. You and Chris are good friends. But just give me a note, Dave. And I was saying that to you guys in the chat during the game. It's like him standing back there, completely untouched, was just pissing me off.
yeah, that's our priority, I think, in the off season is getting that pass rush sorted, isn't it? But yeah, I think we kept their passing game fairly quiet. It was 100. Where was it at? 150 yards. That was it, man. Considering Jordan Addison and Jefferson and Jalen Naylor had a good game last week.
Mm-hmm.
And TJ Hawkinson is also a danger, isn't he? He's a good, solid pro tight end. So,
and at one point, he had like 76 yards passing at one point in the game.
Yeah, it's like something. I think was it the first half? His QB rating was something like 14. It was
awful.
It was pitiful. Yeah. But we kind of let him off the hook, man. And the thing is, we give up a lot of yardage. We know that from the rankings. We see it all the time. Our defense is making plays. That's what's keeping us in the games, isn't it? Mm-hmm. The other team is either scoring or we're picking it off or turning the ball over. So you just hope we can continue that level of performance in terms of takeaways. But it'd be nice if we could just slow down the opposition run game, especially like Mason was 7.5 yards a carry, wasn't he, at the weekend? Which was, I knew it would happen. I said it again, didn't I? Last week he was the one that worried me because even with the Niners, he was just running at us. So like the weekend, it was just, oh, here's Mason. Oh, there's another 8 yards. He run on us. It's just like, how come we are so bad at the run? Is it really Edwards and Kyler that are making the difference to our run game that much?
You'd think with Billings playing that we would have a better run stuff in game, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't even have time to go back and rewatch the damn games like the All 22. I haven't watched a single. Well, I watched one this year, but that was we did a show on it, and then I think they took it down for copyright issues, so we can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
And but I haven't really got a chance to go back and watch like the All 22 to really dive into what is going on with that.
Yeah. No, I don't either really because it's Tuesday, games on Sunday. Minister Charles, this is the regular time for this show. We 9 p.m. UK time because obviously the evening shows in America are early hours of the morning in here. So this is why we do the British Bears, so that we essentially for all our sort of British European fans, we get a live show on our time zone. So so 3 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. UK time every week, every Tuesday. But yeah, so I mean, again, penalties were slightly annoying too, weren't they? I think. Was it three offensive pre-snap penalties, 1 false start, 2 illegal formation? The delay of game was obviously just to try to get them to jump, to get the Vikings to jump, and also for 5 yards back to make it punting a bit easier. But still after having only 3 penalties last week, they weren't
as bad as they've been throughout the first several games of the season. The first 5-6 games of the season. I mean, the no calls that we weren't getting and the calls they were the opposite. Oh, and like Caleb getting on the ball he threw away towards the end of the game, and he got hit like 3 seconds later and shoved onto his ass. Like that's Aaron Rodgers. That's a personal foul. That's roughing the passer. There was no reason to push him on his ass like that.
No, exactly.
But other than that, I mean, we didn't have too many that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The face mask. Yeah.
Jesus.
We had some no calls against us, but at least we didn't have those calls, against us that were, bullshit calls that just some of the stuff in the beginning of the season. It was really driving me nuts, man.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. That's very kind of you to say, Charles, Minister Charles. I'll be on from now on, sir. I actually like this show as well. That's good to hear.
Thanks, Minister.
That's loonies over the pond. Just love the Bears and Patty I was the same. That no face mask call was just like picture as well that's been going around, isn't it? Of the referee literally standing behind them, looking in that direction. It's like
Right.
Yeah, yeah. Squeegee says it wasn't a face mask. The ref only saw a chiropractic adjustment. Oh dear, brilliant.
Yeah.
Anyway, we can't. I'm not going to dwell on those too much because I mean, ultimately, came out again. I watched Tim Jenkins, the old quarterback study film on this afternoon, and he's saying that Caleb's doing really well. He's like, there was only one. He said there was in his review there was only one throw that he thought was just bad.
Well, the overthrows in the beginning of the game were a little maddening.
Yeah. The two big throws on third down. Yeah, yes, absolutely notorious, man. That's Vikings fans crying that Cole Kmet didn't get a flag for the Rodgers tackle. Should have been on him. Exactly. The flipping idiot knocked himself out of the game for a drive, didn't he? Because he went flying in with it helmet to helmet. And again, I don't know why they're not called. I don't know.
Well, that's the third one, right? I forgot about that one. That after the guy just came back from a concussion.
I know, that's what really pissed me off too. I was like, oh my god, he just literally just nailed him with his, again. But
they make these rules and then they enforce the shit out of them in that first year to nauseum, and then they move away from them. And then whenever it seems like one of those calls should be in our favor, they don't give it to us. It's a conspiracy.
Yeah. It is. Well, I'm starting to believe it, man. Like conspiracy. But yeah.
Eric
Yeah,
Harper, what's up?
Cool, mate.
Good to see you again, Eric. Haven't seen you in a while.
Harper, yeah, popping in. Caleb was 16 of 32, 193 yards for a 6-yard average, 0 touchdowns and 0 interceptions, but 2 sacks as well. But no turnovers, which is a good thing, which we'll talk about in a bit, obviously, because we're just ripping the league up in that, aren't we, in turnover differential. Average game, and there was at least 4 drops again, wasn't there? There was Yep. There was at least 4. I think one of each of the receivers dropped one, didn't they? At least one. And then, but although DJ made up for it with that incredible catch, didn't he? That it was dropping between his legs and he basically caught the tip of the ball. Do you remember DJ Moore? Hit him over the middle and it bounced off him. It was heading down between his legs and he managed to just reach down and
get his hand under it just in time.
That was an incredible catch. Yeah. Then he dropped the easier one afterwards, didn't he? That
seemed to be a theme this weekend for the NFL, though. I saw that a lot. My wife was pointing that out watching other games. Like, man, everyone's just dropping the ball today, like blatantly dropping the ball. I'm like, yeah, maybe it's just something in the water this weekend. But yeah, that was maddening.
That was.
I mean, you get a perfectly thrown ball.
Yeah, exactly. We overcame it, though. That's the main thing. Swift led the way on the ground, didn't he? 21 carries, 90 yards, 4.3 average. And obviously, Manungai, 6 for carries for 23 and the touchdown. So the ground game's still going okay. We managed, 140 yards on the ground. But gave up 115, which again was an average of 5.2, though, man. That was,
Yeah.
But
you know what's nice to see though, after so far in Caleb's career, he has a total of 33 touchdowns and 10 interceptions.
Nice.
Pretty impressive start to a rookie or to a career for a quarterback.
Eric. Tinfoil hat theory is they turned off the magnets in the football to stick to the gloves. Brilliant. But now it's Caleb's doing great, isn't he? I think there is still, I know there's stuff to clean up. Clearly, some of his accuracy, but it's getting better. His timing is better. His decisiveness is much better. I think he's going through his progressions better. And it's showing up in the sacks, isn't it? The difference in the sacks, I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's the least sacked quarterback. The Bears are number 1 in the league right now for least sacks allowed. And this time, I think it's with 14. And was he sacked this weekend?
16 now, isn't it, with those 2 at the weekend?
Okay, 16. But going into that game, 14. At this point last year, 38.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
That's insane.
Yeah. I'll tell you what I did see. I was gonna mention this actually for a stat bomb, but let's just roll. Prometheus, an actual secondary would help. And that's why I think sometimes that's why Dennis Allen's getting a bit of the benefit of the doubt from a lot of people, is the significant injuries at cornerback, and also the D line. Not that obviously we've got pro bowlers playing up front on the D at the minute, but you need to be able to rotate people in, don't you? And
Yeah, and it
obviously
would have been
Hugo's
nice. It
missing
would have been
games.
nice to have Booker the entire season so far.
Yeah.
You know, if we hadn't lost Booker, who knows what, you know.
Exactly, yeah, because he was absolutely ripping it up in the pre-season, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so talking about the offensive line, I found there's a website called Pro Football Network, and they do and I'm not a big fan of things like PFF because generally it's always someone's opinion, isn't it, as well, still. So it's kind of interesting, but it's not meaningless, but it's not like the be-all, end-all, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But these guys, they have a series of measures, and they call it the team O-line impact, and they give them a grade, basically, which is split 60% pass blocking metrics and 40% run blocking metrics. They look at total pressures, but also situations such as true dropbacks, so no play action or screens. They factor in the time it takes for a pressure to occur, and they try to delineate how much blame or credit the line should get for it. So on the run and pass blocking efficiency performance is also weighted by volume. So if a team is 10% pressure on 10 dropbacks, they'll get less credit than if they're 10% on 40 dropbacks. So basically, they put all these numbers in. They look at yards that the running back has got before he gets contact. So obviously assessing how well the O-line are clearing holes for the run game. Sack percentages, second level yards, basically all sorts of issues about pressures and who gives up what. And they grade the Bears now over the current season at number 1 offensive line in the NFL. They've got them at 85%. With
Really?
Denver 84, yeah. They've got I don't know if I can't give you the link, but it's basically, they're called profootballnetwork.com. So again, it's just like a kind of version of PFF. And they just they look at all sorts of metrics, and they've graded us out as the number 1 O-line in the NFL at the moment.
Wow.
In terms of, Ant Mass, I'm knocking on wood right now, mate. Absolutely. Yeah.
That is.
Booker says 4 Pro Bowlers and 2 All Pros on this team. Holy crap! I mean, Joe Tooney, he's just the guy's unbelievable, isn't he? You can see he is just a cut above. He's still one of the best O linemen in the NFL. Donna Wright's playing lights out, and I'm really pleased with Jonah Jackson. He got a lot of shit, didn't he, from at the start of the season? Where he was, a couple of injuries. People were saying that he had a bad time in LA, but then he got an injury. Then he came back and they put him in at center. And they didn't do very well, got injured again, and then was just like dumped, wasn't he? So we knew that Ben Johnson had him at Detroit, so he knows what he's getting. And, again, knocking on wood, he's staying healthy and he's playing really well. So,
I mean, seriously, everyone just take a pause and think about that for a second. The best ranked offensive line in the NFL right now?
By these metrics, again, which are, some of them are indisputable, as in, sacks, the contact, the yards carried the ball, the running backs carried the ball before contact.
Mm-hmm.
So that's measuring how good the holes are being opened up on the run game.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these are like genuinely measurable things. So,
and you compare this to last year, it's. I cannot believe they turned that around like that in one season.
Yeah, one off season, 3 players. And I still, I think I said it before at the start of the season, and I'm still convinced of it. I think that part of the deal with Ben Johnson taking the job was he demanded that they sort out that offensive line, because he saw it. He saw it twice a year, didn't he? Mm-hmm. And he knows that it was dog shit. So
yeah,
he is like, no, I want it sorted out. And I think that was part of the deal. That I'm going to come, but you have to do this for me. And it's actually paying dividends hugely, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Like at a run game now, man.
Mm-hmm.
The drop in the sacks, it's just, it's all kind of coming together without getting too far ahead of myself. But it's just, you got to enjoy it, haven't you? I think that's like where's my little, underneath there? I'm just, my little strap line underneath my name says enjoying the process.
Yes, that's the thing. Enjoy the process.
Yeah.
You're
This team's developing right in front of us.
You're not right, exactly. And that's kind of what I've been saying from day one. It's like, nothing happens overnight. Enjoy the process. Michael Jordan went how long getting his ass kicked by the Pistons without, winning a championship, losing in the playoffs, things like that. Mm-hmm. And then you turn that corner, you went through the process, and then greatness came out of the other side. And, like those overthrown balls that we saw in the beginning of this game, but by this time next year, he's going to be hitting all those throws. By this time in 3 years, when he's like in that 3 year, being in the offense for 3 years, he's going to be in. He's just going to be in a zone in a few years, man. It's just going to be so fun to watch, and the process of getting there is what makes it exciting, because you watched it happen all along the way, and now you're enjoying the fruits of it.
And yeah, like I say, it's so exciting, isn't it? It's an amazing time to be a Bears fan. You think about Caleb when he's been in this system for a couple of years with Ben Johnson drawing up and calling the plays, man. This is going to be, well, it's already explosive. I think, do we still lead the league in explosive plays? I think we can't be far off.
Yeah, I think we still do.
If we're not number one, then we can't be very far away.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted to just mention this quickly, a Squeegee's comment, and he's absolutely right. We still need the defense to figure out how to close teams out in the fourth quarter, man. Too many explosives. Totally agree.
Yeah, you got Joe Flacco how many scores in 2 minutes? And then JJ McCarthy has this terrible game. And then
I know, 2 drives. Yeah. Romanowski, bear down, mate. Good to see you. Yes, Booker, this is exactly my response, right? When people say, oh, yeah, but the Bears haven't got it together. This week, the special teams was shit. That week, the defense was shit. This week, the other week, the offense was terrible. The defense carried it. You're right. We haven't and that's it's always my response, all right, is that just imagine what we're going to be like when everything comes together. When the defense has a good game, the offense has a good game, and the special teams nails everything down. We're going to be unstoppable if this team plays, if they play to their potential, man.
100%. By the way.
Yeah, you got it there. I was gonna mention that. If as it stands, fellas, we are the 3rd seed in the playoffs. We are number 3 seed going into That's insane, isn't it? Who expected that after half the season? I know. Yeah.
God, I just got goosebumps.
So yeah, I hate to wish my life away, but I can't wait to see what next season is going to be like. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Romy. Hey, Romy, good to see you, man. He says we're the likable underdogs. Hell yeah. Mr. Mayhem, bear down.
What's up, Mayhem? What's up, Romy?
Yeah, so it's just crazy, isn't it? I can't, like I said, I don't want to wish my life away, but once we get a full off season with Ben Johnson, filling out the team, with we could develop in another year in the system. I just can't imagine what we're going to be like next year. So we'll see. I don't know. It's exciting.
And everyone's bitching about. There's been a lot of complaints, I should say, not everyone, but a lot of complaints about Poles. And
oh my God, yeah.
I think Poles was a product of his coaching staff, because you don't. There's not a GM in the league that just goes out and drafts these players and says, "This is what I'm giving you because these are the guys I like." They all coordinate together. The coaches, offensive and defensive coaches, they all come together and they look at the guys and they go, "We need this. This is what we need on our team. These are the players that we like." And then the GM tries his best to make that happen out of the pool of players that they all together chose. And that was Matt Eberflus's drafts. Those are his drafts.
Yeah.
And Poles went out and got the players that he needed. And some of them panned out for the defense. Some of them panned out. But now we have Ben Johnson, who's going to be doing the same thing. And we have Dennis Allen. They're going to be doing the same thing. We're going to see these drafts get better and better. The one thing that Poles doesn't do is trade away all of his picks like Pace did. He doesn't.
Oh, God, yeah.
He doesn't constantly trade up and trade away future picks for players and things like that. He treats draft picks like gold bars, man. He tries to accumulate them and trade down and trade up if he has to, like coming back into the 5th to get Booker, things like that. But I think that Booker was worth that. So I think Poles is just going to continue to ascend as a general manager in this role with Ben Johnson.
Absolutely, because it's a team, isn't it? And that's why I'm so glad. I'm actually glad they did extend him, because now they are tied together. Because they have to work together, don't they? And it was an awful system to have, like your manager, your general manager change, then your head coach change. Then it's just ridiculous. You have to, regardless of whatever's happened in the past, you've got to put them together. So they've got to do this together. And when you find the right combination, which hopefully we have, they can work together and with the scouts and pick the right players. I know that Poles has made some fucking shocking mistakes. Absolutely, you know, the Nate Davis and the
I'll do
Claypool.
though.
But exactly, that's what I mean. No one takes 7 players in the draft and they're all flipping all pros in season 1, 2, or 3. You know, it's just like, I think people forget about that. I think they think they just, because we spend so much time looking in such depth in the Bears, we never really spend that long looking at everyone else. We'll just see their one player they picked that's actually turned into an all pro and has had a really good year straight off the bat. And they think, oh, they get their draft right. Well, actually, you didn't see the second, third, and fourth rounds that have, you know, the rounders that are on the practice squad or whatever.
Mm-hmm. You hear a lot about undrafted free agents on other teams too that they're playing well that weren't even drafted. So
yeah, well, people like Jordan Mailata at the Eagles, like they picked him up as, you know, from wherever, from playing rugby or something, didn't they? And he's now like an all pro. Mm-hmm. Where's that? Who said that? Where was it? Someone says Romy says, yeah. Do you think we draft a left tackle in the first? I think. And then someone responded. Who's that? Where are we?
Notorious.
Notorious says word is the 26th draft is very thin at left tackle. I think it's got to be edge or left tackle, isn't it? I think that, you know, for our first picks, depending on who's available and whatever. But again, it's a long way off yet. So Kodiak edge, hello.
Welcome. But I don't think I've ever seen Kodiak either, unless who knows with the way that they structured YouTube structured the names now.
I know.
We could very well
we know very well
all the time.
Howdy, fellas. You know, I predicted the NFC North standings as it is now with Bears first, Detroit second, Green Bay third, Minnesota fourth. Well, you should have put some money on it. Well, see how it is. It comes 7 weeks' time, eh?
You know what pisses me off, though, is the Packers sitting there with that fucking tie that's not a loss, and they're higher than they should be. They shouldn't be in second place. They should be in third place.
Well, it's better than defeat, isn't it? I kind of see it. It's half a game, isn't it? You split the game, so.
Well, the last time that they had a tie, they won.
No, don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it, mate. I know I've heard you say it, and I don't want to hear it again.
Okay, I'll shut up.
Yeah, fuck Green Bay.
Fuck Green Bay. Fuck Green Bay. Fuck you, Green Bay. I love the clip that I took for the opener.
Yeah,
you can clearly see me saying,
yeah, it was me. you recorded me saying "fuck Green Bay" on that Thursday night game. Yeah, man.
That was a short that I made of us at the game. I just fuck Green Bay. You're like, yeah, fuck Green Bay. We're not.
Yeah, fuck Green Bay.
We're watching the Seahawks.
Brilliant. But anyway, yeah. So what are we talking about? Last week, man. I'm just glad to see the back of Flores as well. That's what I'm going to say, because that guy, he blitzed the shit out of us, didn't he? I think it was 6. From what I've seen, one report said he blitzed on 78% of Caleb's dropbacks. So pure passing downs, and then someone says 66% of all snaps. So I think it's like basically 2/3 of his plays were blitzes. He sent someone extra, extra players. We had 10 tackles for loss, man. I think that's why there was a lot of negative plays. They were in our backfield all day long, weren't they? 76%. There you go, Booker says. I think it was something like that. But it's insane. The guy just mixes stuff up. He brings it. Well, yeah, just I'm glad to see the back of him. And I'm glad we got a win, actually, out of that one. So, road games in the NFL aren't easy. So
it would have sucked to go 0-3 in the.
We need division wins, man. We definitely need some division wins,
Yeah, definitely good to get that division win for sure. And then we got what? Who's coming up next? Oh, the Steelers, right?
Pittsburgh Steelers. Yep.
We got all those division games at the end of the season.
I know. Yeah, starting with it's the Steelers now, then the Eagles, and then it's Green Bay, then the Niners, then Green Bay, and then I know Cleveland's in there somewhere, and then we finish with Detroit, don't we? FGB.
The Steelers, but the Steelers are. Oh wait, so that the Steelers are at home, right? So, because I remember the season drove me crazy with 2 away games, 1 home game, 2 away games, then one home. One. Wait, was this? Who's before? Oh, so no, it was 2 away, 1 home, 2 away, 1 home, 1 away, and then I can't remember what the hell it was.
There was a few stretches of like back-to-back road games, wasn't there?
But then we have two away again coming up, and then finally we get 2 at home later on in the season.
Yeah.
Why don't I just look it up, dummy?
Yes. That's a slightly random. It's little toilet. Great boogers today. Okay.
Great boogers today.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means.
I'm not touching my nose all the time. Maybe. Yeah. Roman, this is a home game. Yeah.
Oh, yes?
Mr. Mayhem says the Bears need to own Rodgers. This is what I want. That's why I want Rodgers to play, so that we can just give him a horrible day at the office, beat his ass, and then never see him again. So, yeah.
By the way, let's see where we all stand here. So up as of right now, you had them with 3 losses. Look at you. You had them at 7-3 right here.
Yeah.
I
know what's going on. Everyone thinks I'm some clueless idiot, which is generally right, but you know.
Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4. I had him with 5 losses right now. Holy cow. So you're actually.
My prediction is right on the score so far.
Yeah.
On the results, but not the right. A couple of wrong games, isn't there? So I thought we'd lose at the Bengals, lose at the Vikings, but then win our first 2 at home. So that's where mine swapped round.
Yeah.
But yeah, not bad. I'm pleased with that. Yeah, I'll be very happy with my final prediction if that's correct.
Yeah, that would be 13-4. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
So then we have okay, so it was 2 away, then the Giants at home, then the Vikings away, Steelers at home, then we go 2 away, and then finally our first back-to-back Browns and Packers at home.
That's right.
Which is nice for the end of the season, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Hey Carl, good to see you, mate. Welcome.
What's up, Carl?
Ron Monarski saying Rodgers is out. Is that right? Has he been ruled out? I didn't see anything to say that.
So wait, who's the backup?
Mason Rudolph. Yeah. It's little toilet, so it doesn't mean anything. That's good to know, just in case. Thanks.
Oh wow, Kodiak was a diehard Steelers fan growing up.
Chris played Fat Man. Go Bears. Hello, Chris. Good to see you. Another newbie, I think.
Thanks for joining us, Chris. It's always good to see new people in here.
Booker says we'll be beating the Bengals without Burrow. Sorry.
Yeah.
Prometheus, Rodgers will be a has-been after this season.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he's going to the end, isn't he? Be nice to just smash him up and put him in his place.
It would have been nice to end his career, though.
Well, yeah.
I always get so much joy out of it. It was a Chicago Bear that ended Brett Favre's career, albeit as a Viking, but still. And Kodiak saying, when I was a young boy, I was a diehard Steelers fan in the 70s. I watched Gilliam play the black QB. Then he lost his life to heroin. Oh, man.
Shit, man.
Didn't know about that.
No, I
don't. So you're a Bears fan now then? You switched over? I don't know. I could never switch over. I could never switch.
No, definitely. John S. Bear down, guys. Finally catching alive. Welcome.
Welcome, John. Good to see you in here.
I hope that means you haven't lost your job or anything, just got the day off. Chris Spade says, Chicago better watch out for the backup quarterback. They have problems with that.
Yeah, that's, I could, right? It's Mason Rudolph. I'm sitting here laughing about it, but watch him come in, and at the end of the game, he's going to have, 2 straight touchdown drives to put him up by 1, and then we have another heart attack game.
No, let's not go there. It's like, 3 in a row, man. But no, Kodiak says born and raised in Chicago. There you go.
Awesome. So was I. Ooh. I don't live there anymore, though.
But anyway, let's just wrap up the Philly Vikings game. I love our little chats, mate. We just have a bit of a ramble, don't we? I like it. It's quite nice.
Yeah. You guys are a lot more structured when
Chris runs a tight ship. We just ramble on, don't we? Yeah.
And you normally go offense, defense, special teams, score. Get the fuck out
But
of here.
yeah. Defense, man. I think, interceptions, obviously, and a fumble recovery. Was it a fumble recovery? No, just a 2, wasn't it? Just a 2. Was there a fumble? What was a fumble? There was a fumble. But it didn't. No, it didn't get. We didn't recover it. So we just the 2 interceptions, wasn't it? 0 sacks, 1 tackle for loss, 5 passes defended, and 5 QB hits is not really good enough, is it? I think.
No. I'd say not.
Yeah, but it's the takeaways, man. If we can keep that up, you just hope that they can, because obviously it's quite exceptional the way they're producing them at the moment. But yeah, run defense, they held them to 115 yards. I said Mason was 7.5 a carry, though. And I was quite pleased that really the passing game of Minnesota didn't really come to too much.
Only one tackle for loss, though.
Yeah, one. That's not good, is it? That's not
No.
really. Yeah. So yeah, we need to sort that out. But yeah, they kind of did mostly what they had to do. It was pretty poor from the Vikings to start with. It was just that fourth quarter, wasn't it? They just gave up 2 big drives again. Just I don't know what's going on with that fourth quarter stuff. But yeah,
that's where the fact that you're on your 4th and 5th and 6th string cornerbacks kind of comes back to haunt you, you know?
Yeah, maybe they're not quite so good at making the adjustments later on in the game. You don't know.
Yeah, although CJ Gardner-Johnson has been for getting him in mid-season off the street. That's a
yeah.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah, hell yeah. So yeah, he could be useful going forward, couldn't he? If he really sort of fits in well and they keep him on, especially with all of our safeties. Our contracts are up for the safeties for all of them in the off season, aren't they? So I would sign Brisker to a new contract. Bayard. I think he's still got it, man. The guy's still got it. He's a leader on that back end of the defense.
What about Brisker?
If he stays healthy, yeah, I think I would. So I mean, if you can have, but then you've got to fit him. I don't know if CJ Gardner-Johnson would be happy to be like a squad player, like a sort of rotational guy, because he can play safety, he can play the slot. But then if you've got Brisker and Gordon still, the chances are that very often one of those seems to be missing. So he can slot in for them, can't he? So yeah, hell yeah, Booker, man, I'd love to see JJ, Brisker, Gordon, and Gardner Johnson on the field at the same time. Holy crap, that is a secondary, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean that would be nice to see.
Yeah,
for sure. Although I don't know. I mean, is CJ Gardner-Johnson over Tyreek Stevenson though?
Well, I would say add Stevenson to that as well. I would say he goes in as the other outside corner.
Yeah,
you're talking like safeties. So you got Gordon in the slot, Brisker and Gardner Johnson as safeties, JJ and Tyreek. That's probably my choice.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see if
that might be asking too much. Yeah,
if JJ can come back, meaning Jalen Johnson can come back.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Carl is right there. I think that maybe if depending on who comes back first, Kyler Gordon may be asked to play outside. So we'll see how that goes.
I don't know. I'm getting real sick of seeing Kyler Gordon missing time now. It's getting a little annoying. Maybe he should stop doing those Spider-Man leaps.
Nah, I don't know if that's causing him the problems. I don't know. I can't remember what it is. What is it? What is he out with? I can't remember.
Oh, that's a good question.
I can't remember. Kodiak says, bottom line, Bradshaw is a Hall of Fame QB. Do you know the story about how they ended up with Bradshaw? It was a coin toss, wasn't it? Terry Bradshaw, the Steelers and the Bears were level for the pick in the draft. So they did it. They decided it in those days with a coin toss. And the Steelers won it and took Terry Bradshaw. It's just crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, but he was also the product of a great team. I'm not sure what he would have done with the Bears.
Armando says, I wonder if Wims is waiting for CJ in the parking lot. Brilliant. So before we wrap up this Vikings game, then a quick word on special teams. Like I say, we this fucking hell, the Cairo Santos stuff, man, it's just especially with Moody being snapped up by Washington. We kind of thought it might happen. I think the only thing that I'm missing from the conversation is that I think someone mentioned that they can protect some players on the practice squad. Is that right? I did not know about that.
I don't know about that either.
They can protect some players, so i.e. they can't be taken away. But if that is a bit of a miss if they've let that happen. But I think the argument of, I've seen so many people. I wasn't going to mention any names, Carl. I did see his rant, and I responded because I just think, yeah, I won't say anything about Adam personally. I really love Adam. He's a friend of the show. He does really good stuff. So but I've seen a lot of people laying into Cairo. He's not. To be fair, he's not having his best year. He's at 80%, which for him is actually bad, which actually shows how good he is. So The Bears make me. Who's this guy? Flatulence man.
Flatulence, man.
And he says the Bears make me fart whenever they lose. So you must be. Your house smells pretty clean right now.
His underwear is clean too, huh?
Yeah.
No shirts involved in that.
Yeah.
If there's
Yeah.
no
So
shirts.
I mean, yeah. So
To answer your question, they can protect up to 4 practice squad players each week.
each week. Oh, so it's a rolling weekly thing. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And it's funny because we were watching the game, I was thinking when he missed that field goal, I was thinking, man, Moody's just sitting on the practice squad, man. Like anyone could just snag him up at any time. And then 2 days later, he gets snagged up.
Yeah. Well, I have a friend. I have a friend who is a Niners fan, and he commented when he first saw that we'd taken him. Oh, I see. Carl says they can only protect him 3 or 4 times too, so there's a limit. So you wouldn't have held on to him forever. Okay,
I would have liked to have seen him remain on the team and then have him kick it out next year because I mean I don't know. Santos is a good kicker. He's a really good kicker. He's really accurate, but you just have. I was really shocked he made that 54-yarder. I mean, really shocked. Well,
with the new balls, I mean, I think there's been a time this season where I've seen one that he's hit from over 50 yards and it had plenty more left in it. It didn't just scrape over. It was with lots to spare. So with these new balls, I think he has hit a 58-yarder in preseason with the Chiefs. And yeah, Cody, I can't wait for Gordon to come back. King Booker says, I don't have 10,000 words for my kids. The saga continues.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Carl. That's my point. Is right. The offense needs to be fucking better to get us closer. And I was going to say from our last game, we only had 2 red zone visits from at the weekend. So that's not really good enough, is it? Unless you've put up perhaps 3 or 4 touchdowns from 30+ yards. If you're only getting in the red zone twice, it suggests your offense isn't really moving the ball well enough. So. Yeah, Roby, with Ben, we can go for it on 4th down anyway, so who cares how far you can kick?
Yeah, were you worried about that last kick at the end of the game?
I was nervous. Yeah, it's 54. And, I'm not going to lie.
That was the 54-yarder? No, that wasn't.
Sorry, no, it wasn't. It wasn't to win it, no. 54 yards was the longest in the game. He had hit 54-yarder.
But you saw it sailing left, and it was like, oh, no.
I know, it was like to fade left, didn't it? And then, yeah. But no, it was 40-something, wasn't it? Was it 48 or I think the winner?
Let's see.
Yeah, Romy says 48. Yeah, I thought it was. That rings a bell. Yeah, 48. Yeah, Booker and Carl has mentioned it just then as well about Ben Johnson. Yeah, he's getting better as well. I think he's learning how he can use his weapons, isn't he? So I think, and he'll own up to it. He always owns it, doesn't he? He always owns when he hasn't had the best game. So there's things to... Yeah, that's right, Carl. Someone mentioned it earlier. I can't remember who it was, sorry. But it was fading because Torrey Taylor was still rotating the ball as Santos was kicking it. He was still...
Kodiak Edge saying, next year, TJ Watt's coming into Chicago. I don't know about that. Is he a free agent?
Don't know.
He must be a free agent.
Don't know if we got the cap space for a player like that. We'll have to do some magic with that. But yeah, anyway, the special teams won it for us, didn't they? Josh Blackwell, that foul that he gave away on the fair catch was very annoying. I understand. I understand you try and put the player off when he's called a fair catch, but just getting his line of sight. You don't need to go and touch the guy because that's 15 yards, man. That was just really dumb. But then he made up for it with that block, didn't he, to open up the lane for Duvernay for the return.
Carl, it was a 4-year, $144 million contract extension he signed in July of this year.
Wow.
So he's not going anywhere.
No. But yeah, so no, Josh Blackwell, after his little faux pas with the kick return or chasing the kick down, he then for the final kick, didn't he? For Duvernay's 56-yard return, whatever it was that got us into field goal range.
Yeah.
Blackwell opened up that side by I think who was it who Someone sealed the inside, didn't they? I can't remember who it was.
Yeah, I forgot who that was.
But Blackwell came around the outside and took out the outside guy, and then opened that lane for Duvernay to just take it up the field, man.
And what a time to! I mean, that was his best return of the season. He has it in that moment. I mean, without that, I don't think we win that game.
Well, I wouldn't. We would have had 50 seconds and 3 timeouts left to get in field goal range.
Yeah, but we got all the way down to we couldn't do shit on that one drive we had, and we ended up having to kick from there. We would have been going for it. Could have been 4th and 10 or 4th and 7 or something had they held us to that. If we were at the 30-yard line.
Caleb's the comeback king, man. He needed 50 seconds to get us in field goal range with 3 timeouts.
Yeah,
I believe. Always believe.
Yeah, I mean, he really is proving it. He's proven it, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's so good to see.
It massively is, isn't it? So that was the one missed field goal on special teams, and then they allowed a 43-yard punt return, which was quite annoying. So we've got things to clean up on special teams still, like we have on every phase of the game. But they pulled it out of the bag at the end, didn't they? One monster return, and then 3 quick runs and a field goal seals the game.
Yeah, it's just so nice to see. It's just so nice to see. Maurice Lester.
Mo.
I love that picture
in the house. These guys.
That was Foster's playoff beard a couple years ago, and I forgot about it. And his grew to Santa Claus, and now look at mine. Mine's looking like I'm looking like Santa Claus too.
Carl says they do need to start hitting those deep shots, man, and that'll come. I think it will come. I think, he's got to change his whole game, hasn't he? He had to change his footwork, his timing, operating a new system, a change of cadence, a complex offense. He's making it work, isn't he? I'm happy. Mm-hmm. Fancy a little, a few numbers before we move on to the Pittsburgh discussion.
Yeah, it's time for your stat bomb.
All right.
Let's give it to me.
This is why everyone comes here.
True. Seriously, you do such an amazing job with this. And half the time I'm working, so you're doing the stat bomb, and I'm doing something, and I'm trying to listen to you, but I end up paying attention, or I'm reading a print or something. I'm like, God damn it! What did he say?
I know. I do find out. When I start getting excited, I start to talk too fast, and I do have to try and make an effort to slow down. So I'm I'm aware that I start to talk a bit quickly, so I'll try and keep it.
I've never noticed it.
Okay, that's all right. Thank you. Very kind. So anyway, this is from. I haven't done much digging this week. I've done just sort of getting other people's. I'm enjoying riding the back of other people's work today. So this one's from Lester Wiltfong Jr. on Windy City Gridiron, which is that the Bears are now the 3rd team in the last 5 years with a game-winning score in the last 2 minutes of regulation or overtime in 3 straight weeks. So they've scored got a game-winning score in the last 2 minutes for 3 straight weeks now, and that's only the 3rd time it's happened in the last 5 years. The other times, Washington last year and Tampa earlier this year. Tampa Bay did it earlier this year with Baker Mayfield.
Oh wow!
So those in the last 2 years, it's the only time it's happened for 5 years.
Wow!
Look at these guys.
I came here for the stat bomb, hung around for the bad jokes.
Yeah, exactly.
By the way, I want to point out if anyone's so StreamYard has 2 different availabilities to stream, and one of them is portrait mode, and the other one is landscape mode. So if you clicked on the wrong stream and you're like on a computer and you're watching it like this, all you got to do is click on the other one and it'll take you to this view. So there's a view for your phone, and then there's a view for a computer. And if you're in the one that has a view for the phone and it looks weird to you, you can go over to the other one. I meant to point that out in the beginning. Sorry to interrupt your stats.
That's all right, mate. King Jeremy the Wicked, Pearl Jam fan in the house. Excellent choice. Dan Aguirre called the Bears being 7-3 by this time, remember? And I've done it. Maybe you just missed it, King Jeremy the Wicked, but I did the same. So hopefully they'll continue to stick to my predictions and end up 13-4. But anyway, on with the stats. Larry Mayer on the ChicagoBears.com, like the chief writer there, good friend of yours, I believe. He come up with some good ones. Do you know it's been 40 years since the Bears had 3 players with 4 or more interceptions in the first 10 games, which means it was the Super Bowl winning 1985 team were the last team to have 3 players with 4 or more picks in the first 10 games of the season.
Oh, that's
When Wilbur Marshall, Gary Fensick, and Dave Dewison all had 4 in the first 10 games of that year. Oh, man, I'll never, ever get tired of talking about or watching the 85 Bears, man, ever. I know people say they want to move on for it. I don't want to win it. I want to win a Super Bowl now, but I would never, ever, ever tire of that team.
Yeah, it's hard to.
Yeah.
Nostalgia brings you back.
Yeah, absolutely. Since Caleb Williams entered the NFL, beginning of last year, he has now gone 19 games where he's not thrown an interception. The only player in the NFL that has more games without an interception is Jalen Hurts with 20. So he doesn't turn the ball over, folks, which is
I'd
pretty
love
helpful.
to know. I'd love to know what that stat is compared to all first pick in the draft quarterbacks up to this point. It's got to be absolutely smashing it.
Got to be in it. Yeah. And I think everyone's seen this. We mentioned him earlier. Is that Cairo Santos hit a 54-yarder at the weekend. He now has 24 field goals of 50 or more yards, which is the most in Bears history, beating Robbie Gould's 23.
Wow.
So, yeah, I think I put it in Adams. I put a comment in Adams, and I can't remember what it was. Since Jake Moody entered the NFL, to go back to that conversation, he is 6 of 12 on 50-plus yards, whereas Cairo Santos is 18 of 22 in that period.
Well, I take everything I said back, Cairo Santos. I mean,
He hasn't got a massive leg. I'm not going to deny that. Yeah, he hasn't got a massive leg, but it's. I think people are kind of. I don't know. It just seems to become the thing, doesn't it? It goes around the internet. Everyone picks it up. They add a bit more to it and then throw it back out there again. If it gets this momentum of kind of, and people just go a bit nuts, man. It's like we got enough problems to worry about without swapping the kicker out for someone who, like I said, my 49ers mate was like, "Oh, I can't believe he's hitting some kicks for you." Yeah. He said he'd like miss half of them for us. Yeah. And he got fired after losing. He missed 2 in one game for the Niners, and he had 1 blocked from about 38 yards, and then he missed from 27. He missed a 27-yarder. So
I wonder what his stats are overall this season.
This season, for Moody?
For Cairo Santos. Sorry, were you talking about Moody?
Yeah, I was talking about Moody. That was Moody. He missed. He got let go by the Niners after against the Seahawks. I think it was. He missed 2 out of 3. 1 was blocked, and that's what my 49ers friend. Shout out to Frosty. Squeegee. Cairo's hit a 58-yarder for Kansas City when he was there in a preseason game. His longest official kick in is a 55-yarder, which he's done twice. Yeah, Booker, he's nailed it, and that's what I saw someone else say that on social media, that it was our turn to break the Washington Commanders this year after they did it to us last year. Booker says, as much damage as the Bears did to the Commanders this year, wouldn't it be the icing on the cake if Moody has to kick a game winner and miss?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Moody's career is 76% for field goals, and Cairo is 88 overall. Like you say. Yeah, Prometheus, I agree. If he keeps it together, Moody has a bigger leg, and Cairo, because Cairo's coming to the end of his career, he's in his 30s, but he's still got, he's still ultra reliable. Yeah, clutch moments. Santos hit a 58-yarder.
He has 3
preseason game. Was it in the preseason? Yeah, he did for Kansas City, but has he hit one for us in a preseason game?
I'm just curious to know what he is overall right now in the season. 16-4. 20 total attempts. He's made 16 and he's missed 4. So
there you go. Yeah, 1 for us and 3 for the. Oh, you're talking about Cairo?
Cairo Santos, yeah.
Yeah, he's 80% this year, which again for him is not a great season. He's because he's usually better because he is the most accurate kicker we've ever had. Mm-hmm. So.
I'd much rather have him going into the playoffs than Cody Parkey, right?
Hell yeah. Yeah. But yeah.
What else you got? Are you any more stats?
Yeah, just one more. I think you've already mentioned that the Bears are currently, if the season was to end right now, we are the third seed in the NFC. So I like that. But I was going to mention that, but you've done it already. But then finally, in terms of the leading interceptions in the NFL, so the players with the most interceptions, you've probably all seen this. Leading the way is Kevin Byard with 5. He has the most interceptions in the NFL. There are three players with 4 interceptions. There's the Devin Lloyd, Jaguars linebacker, and the other 2 are Nashawn Wright and Tremaine Edmonds.
That's crazy.
We have 3 of the top 4 in terms of picks this year on the defense in the NFL.
That's
leading
crazy.
the way with interceptions, man. It's crazy. So yeah, because our turnover differential after the game is 16, plus 16, man. And the nearest behind us is the Rams with 10.
Wow.
15 interceptions in 10 games, which is number 1 in the NFL. 22 total takeaways. Pittsburgh's for next week is plus 8. So they've had 9 fumble recoveries, which is actually tied for the highest amount in the NFL.
Okay.
We'll come back to this. Carl, you're asking it again, right? I'll answer this question in a minute. We'll come back to it. But yeah, I think that's probably it for now.
Yeah, I see Carl is all over this. He's been tweeting this out too. He thinks that OZ needs to swap positions with Luther Burden. Yeah, and lower Roma Dunze's targets. I really don't have an answer for that, Carl. I think I'd like to see Burden getting more targets. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think so.
And I have noticed after everyone's been talking about it, he does force the ball to Rome a little bit too much. But when you have a go-to receiver, you have a go-to receiver. Everyone all the great quarterbacks have one. So I'm not surprised by it, especially considering they're the same draft class.
Yeah, exactly. Carl says Luther was taken off kickoff duties because he's now our wide receiver 3.
Yeah, that was nice. That's good to see.
That makes sense. No, I agree. He's a playmaker, man. He get the ball in his hands. So I think, it was the tight ends that carried us this week, wasn't it? It was Cole Kmet with and Colson Loveland, some great stuff after the catch, man. I'm loving it. I was loving I think I shouted in our group chat, didn't I, that this is Bears football when he got that sort of he swung one out on the flat to the left, didn't he? And Kmet got it and basically ran 2 people over.
Yeah. And then we got speared in the head on one, and it was a no call. But
yeah,
we are talking.
Hang on. Someone mentioned about it. Have we signed a linebacker? Romy, is this the person? Is it? Romy says Jalen Reeves-Maybin has just been signed by the Bears.
Never heard of him.
I've heard the name before, but I can't tell anything about him. Do you want to have a little Google while we're here?
Yeah, I do have to wrap this up soon because I got to get back to work. But
of course, mate. Yeah. All right. Let's have a quick chat about Pittsburgh then.
Okay.
Very quickly. They beat Cincinnati 34-12 at the weekend, which sounds good, but 14 of those points were from their defense. They had a pick 6 and they had a fumble recovered and returned for a touchdown. So their big running threat was Jalen Warren, who had 10 carries for 62 yards. Receiving wise, they got Kenneth Gainwell. He had 81 yards and 2 touchdowns at the weekend. Darnell Washington is their enormous tight end, which you may have seen on Angry Runs from old Kyle Brandt in the Good Morning Football.
Mm-hmm.
And then DK Metcalf, of course, they got as well. But he had 5 catches for 49 last week. So offensively, they managed 343 yards against the Bengals. 232 passing, 111 on the ground, and they allowed Cincinnati to get 297 total yards. So they actually kept them fairly quiet in terms of our game anyway. But passing 192 and rushing 105 allowed on their defense. And then in terms of rankings, that's just how they compare. Let's talk about that. Is the Pittsburgh offense is not the best. So they're averaging 286 yards per game, which is 28th in the NFL.
Wow. Against
our defense, which allows 364 yards per game, which is 27th in the NFL. So again, it's not, we've got some stronger opponents coming up after this one, that's for sure. But There we go. Foster says Reeves may be linebacker 30 years old from the Lions. I wonder why they got him in.
Yeah, he's like, I think so. I was 6'1", 226 pounds or something, 30 years old. He Detroit in 2017, left in 2022 to play for Houston, came back for the 23-24 seasons. And
Okay. I wonder why that is.
Yeah.
I'm immediately worried about TJ Edwards now.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Don't say it. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, we don't get any injury reports on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
So that's the way they stack up. Yeah, the passing game's 22nd in the NFL. They average 198 yards a game, so not great. And their run game is 29th, so they don't have much of a run game, so that could be useful for us with our porous run defense. They are currently getting about 88 yards a game, which is 29th in the NFL. So defensively, we'll be going up against. I know that they in the last few years they've had quite a good D, haven't they? The Steelers have been relying on, but this year not so much. They've given up 368 yards per game, which is 28th in the NFL. 261 passing, which is dead last in the NFL. Their pass defense, and 106 on the ground, which is 13th. And then points per game, they're giving up 23.2, which is 17th. And that compares to our offense, which is in yards per game. I love reading these out. 373 yards per game average by the Bears on offense, which is ranked number 4 in the NFL.
Wow.
Passing, we're 227, which is 13th. The run game is 146 yards per game, which is second in the NFL. And we're averaging 25.8 points a game, which is 8th. So we match up favorably in terms of rankings at this point of the season. But, any given Sunday. Go on.
Where does that put our total rankings on offense?
Offensively, yards, 4th.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we have the 4th best offense in the league right now.
In terms of yards gained, yep. Yeah.
I got to pinch myself on that one, too.
Yeah. Second best run game in the NFL. Ahead of the Colts, who obviously have Jonathan Taylor playing at a Pro Bowl level.
Here we all worried about Swift going into the season, right? And Monangai. Mm-hmm. Nice.
Carl says, what's Bears scoring defense? We're giving up. You mean as in the points we're giving up? That is 26.4, which is 26 in the NFL.
And how many are we averaging on offense per game?
25.8, which is 8th. Top 10 scoring offense in the NFL, despite any worries we're having. And then as someone mentioned in there, turnovers is what's making a big difference for us. We lead the way by an absolute mile. Squeegee is a good question. I don't know. Red zone scoring percentage is not the best. It was only 1 or 2 last week. Carl, the defense isn't brilliant, but it's the takeaways that are keeping their head above water, isn't it?
Yeah.
Vomit Pig said, hello, Vomit Pig. Good to see you. Who's got the number 1 run offense? That's Buffalo. Buffalo Bills got the number 1 run offense.
Wow, and we're 2. That's insane.
We're number 2 behind them. Yep. I know, mad. But yeah, turnovers, we're obviously 15 interceptions for 22 total takeaways and a positive plus 16 differential of turnovers. And the nearest behind that is the Rams, like I say, have got 10. So we are far and away leading the way in terms in the NFL for takeaways.
Wow. And
so yeah.
And Caleb is still on track for,
I think he dropped behind yards. He's just off the pace now for 4,000 after this weekend. But not irrecoverably so.
Yeah, so 4,000 divided by 17 is 235 yards a game.
Yeah.
Times how many games we played? 10.
Yeah.
Equals. So
2,350.
Right now he has 2,329, and if he was on pace, right on pace, he would need to be at 2,009 or 2,352. So he's only off right now by 33 yards.
Yeah, and I'm going to definitely agree with Kodiak, who is shouting this out in capital letters. That bottom line, this season as of now is a huge success. You're not wrong, are you? How are you not loving this, man?
Like I would put the D in there too, just to accent it. Huge.
Huge. Hudge. It's a hudge. It is, absolutely. Who thought we'd be top of the division by this time?
Yeah.
So again, there's a long way to go. It's just 1 week at a time, man. Always say, you just got to enjoy every weekend because the season's so short. You can't do anything about it. Everyone come on here and moan about it with my friends.
Mhm.
But, this is just, it's great to watch Bears football and winning football, isn't it?
That's absolutely fantastic. I'm loving it.
Charles Johnson says, this is all we wanted as a fan, is a team that give us a realistic hope each game.
Everyone's week is just so much better when we win, and it's just having another great week.
Yeah. So yeah, man, I'm loving it. It's like I say, we're enjoying our little group chats, aren't we? And now you're watching the games live with us as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's fun.
Hell yeah, Kodiak. Domination to come in 25-26.
Are you have a score prediction? Because I got a book.
I'm shit at these. I hate doing these.
Me too.
I'm not really. Just Bears win. So go on. I'll pull a score out of my head, out my backside. Let me say 27-18 Bears. 27-19 Bears.
33-17 Bears.
Ooh, okay, nice.
It's a home game, so I'm going higher.
It is a home game. Actually, that's right. Oh, in that case, then 49-12 Bears. 49-12.
Nice. All right, man. I gotta get back to work.
Yeah, you
You're
better have
welcome to hang out and talk to chat though if you want.
I don't know if they need more of that from me. They're getting some predictions coming in, though. Here we go. Kodiak says 39-21 Chicago. Romy says Bears 24, Pittsburgh 23. I think we'll do better than that. But hopefully, the win is a win, man. It's got to win. That's all we need.
Yeah.
3 takeaways. I don't know if Aaron Rodgers will play. Someone said he was out earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, is that right, Carl? I know we were third. I didn't see they were in. If the season ended today, the Packers will be coming to Chicago for the playoffs.
Oh, that'd be great.
25-24, says Squeegee. Yeah, I know he's broke his hand, Kodiak. I'm not sure if he's actually ruled out or not. He's saying he wants to play, so we'll see. Foster says 27-19 to the Bears, obviously.
If he remembers that on Thursday.
Yeah, let's see if he does. Minister Charles Johnson says 36-29 Bears, 6 sacks, 3 takeaways. I would love that.
Yeah.
Prometheus, yeah, agree. Scoring first. That was the one. Another stat there was that is the first this weekend. The Minnesota game was the first time this season we failed to score in the first quarter.
Oh wow!
But last year we only scored 4 times in the first quarter.
Yeah, and we didn't have a single opening drive.
Kickoff.
We had several this year. Yeah. All right, my man. I gotta go.
Anyway. Brilliant. Yeah, thanks again, mate, for jumping in. Great to chat with you. Great to everyone. Thanks so much to everyone in the chat. Thanks for joining us. I really love these Tuesday evenings, especially on a Bears Victory Tuesday. Ron Winarski says 38-10 Bears. Yeah.
And I really appreciate you doing this too, man. It's consistency is key too. So, that's why I was willing to hop in here with you, minus Chris. Hope you feel better, Chris. We'll get this put up on Spotify and all that. You can also catch the British Bears show anywhere you get your audio streams on Bears Country Production or Bears Country
Productions. Yes,
Productions. Is it that
channel?
I think it's Bear. I think I have a Bears Country podcast on Spotify, but whatever. But it's awesome hanging out with you. We had a great time doing the pregame show too. So it's great talking to you again for the second time this week, my man.
Yeah. Absolutely love it. Thanks, mate.
And much love to all you guys in chat. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome, man. You guys are your chat is growing and it's awesome to see.
I love it, man. They're great. I love, we have such a great support on this channel. Just such great friends of the channel in the chat. I really enjoy spending my time with them, with you guys, and you, mate, and just and Chris and Dave just chatting, Bears over here live every Tuesday. I just really, really enjoy it. And thanks again to everyone. So you for making the channel, for our openers and closers, which are amazing, and everyone for joining in the chat. So let's get the hell out of here, shall we? And
well, way to go, spelling my last name correctly. I appreciate it. That's good stuff right there. Yeah, thanks. Thank you, Jason. You got the ending. I'll
do it for you. Oh, that's it. I'll do it. I'm in control. Catch you next time, mate.
We'll see you guys on Thursday night with Foster and Carl and I. And I don't know if we have any guests yet, but make sure you stay tuned for that. And see you guys again next Tuesday.
You want to finish with a big fat bear down, or you just want to do your bears?
No, that's your show. Let's do the bear down.
Do bear down then. We're on a 3, 2, 1.
Bear down.
Bear down.
We are Bears. We British Bears, the British Bears, the British Bears.